All right, it's copium time, folks.
Copium time.
Let's go.
Kobe.
It is copium time. Hoping for a few different games to get shown at Future Game Show here. Most notably, I'm curious, Clear River Games presentation at the Future Game Show, because they were supposed to announce some Sky news on June the 3rd, and then they said they were going to wait, and then they announced that they had this. And that leads me to believe that there may be some Trails in the Sky stuff shown today. I'm very hyped for this game to come out. So yes. We got some the ending here of the Southeast Asian Games Show. And then at 1 p.m. Pacific, which is about 13 minutes from now, we should see the Future Game Show.
There was a Korean show, right? For Korean Game Showcase.
I think that would have been in this one. Yeah, because it's Southeast Asian, so like, I'm assuming that's Japan, China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, like all those like Eastern Asian countries.
I see. That makes sense. There was a company I had my eyes on for a while in terms of like their next game that they're developing, but I'm guessing they weren't ready to pull it out yet. So that's
We were in the AP. You gotta join. You gotta hop up, Isu.
join us.
Isu was about to get mad at me because she thought I was in the AP, and I'm like, I worked it out with Feb, okay?
Come join us, Isu! Come join us for the copium!
Yes, join us!
And then all the sadness.
I gotta
when
put up my. I messed up. I forgot to grab.
not a professional streamer, everyone.
Oh no, I got the BRB screen up. Hold on, I forgot to. I gotta go plug. I gotta go plug myself. Damn it! Why is the stream frozen? Hold on.
She's like, God damn it! I'm gonna go do this.
Oh, I see.
Isu, even if you were mad, I don't think I could ever take you seriously. I'd be like, Isu!
She is. There's our
Oh,
little
there
llama
she is.
girl.
There's our llama girl.
What's
I'm not gonna stay for long because like I was about to drive, but I hopped in thinking this was the after party. Then I heard George talking like he was on stream, and then I paused, saw it was stream chat, and I jumped the fuck out.
Oh man.
That's okay.
Aw.
You don't want to join our watch party?
I'll join maybe afterwards if you guys are still up. But I was like about to drive, and no one wants to hear my beeping car.
Oh come on, you can mute.
Yeah, you can mute your mic.
No, it's okay.
It would be kind of hard to watch while driving, though. To be fair.
Yeah,
I was just gonna listen.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Please don't.
In fact,
Yeah, you can just listen. Mute your mic. You can listen to our reactions, and if I go crazy, that means I show Trails in the Sky.
Okay, I'll mute and listen. I wasn't intending on doing anything. I was just like gonna listen.
Yeah, that's fine.
it's good.
We're open to everybody joining. Or I'm open to everybody joining at least.
I just thought it was really funny.
I don't
like,
know why
oh shit, this is like real.
the show is frozen. I don't know what's going on. Let me see this.
You may need to refresh it.
It's an emo only mode, so we can't even see if the chat is reacting in certain ways.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, they just went on live. Okay.
Makes sense.
it probably crashed then.
No, I don't think it crashed. The show just ended.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be sitting like this for a little while, folks.
That's fine.
Do 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 da 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 da. Oh, sorry.
Imagine
was thinking
promoting
Final
yourself
Fantasy.
in the Discord that you're literally chilling in the VC for right now. Crazy work.
Not me.
Crazy work.
That would be an odd feeling, wouldn't it?
Well, we get to sit here in silence for 8 minutes. What are you guys wanting to see besides Copium?
Maybe a
Um,
side of Hopium,
A side of Hopium, I like that.
Thorium, perhaps could make an appearance
I'm
on the
hoping for a
show, the
side of
metal.
some Liboro, some just some awesome stuff sort of name.
Okay.
Okay. I am gonna send this link to you, George, because I think that this is gonna be where the stream is gonna be. Let me send this. Yeah, because I think that is the stream channel. I don't know if Summer Games Fest is doing that show too. But this stream is live.
Oh.
They may be doing it on their own channel. There we go.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
So I was like,
Game show.
Six minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes to get fresh.
Okay,
You're
the
on.
games in the background look like there's gonna be like some real-time strategy and like some FPS shooters.
Yes.
Like, does anyone feel that way? Because it feels like we have like space, we have what looks to be a JRPG in the background, some Civ action.
Now I'm like scanning. I'm like, do I see Copium?
I saw some cell shading.
Wait.
Somewhere.
I saw something over here on the left.
Wait, what?
Where?
Right there.
Oh shit, that might be it. That might be it. Oh no, I actually kind of see it. I see it too. Oh no,
Wait,
we may
what?
be getting it. Wait. When it gets there, point it out, George, again. Point it out. Because yeah, I see it.
Right there.
Yeah, no, I think that is Trails. That is Trails. Okay, I'm fucking wrong, dude.
Oh,
I will take this
shit.
L. I will take this L.
What if this reel is just a teaser and we don't actually see any of these on the show today?
I doubt that. I doubt that they would do that.
That's right, Mega Man X9 confirmed. I don't know.
But that does look like Libero in the background, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Blind to Sand 2 is confirmed by the looks of
I don't
it.
want to get my hopes up, though. I don't want to get my hopes up.
We're smoking that hopium, everyone. We got to smoke the copium. We got to put on the clown makeup right now.
What's up,
But-
JR?
But
I'm doing all right.
if it does happen, group hug throughout our computer screens. We will all just go crazy. Group hug.
Kumbaya, my lord.
Well,
I know.
I
We'll Disney songs. What's just the same Disney songs? Hakuna Matata.
My Lord Estelle.
Oh God.
I will forgive you for whatever news we have not heard of Sky Remake.
I swear, this is like the same like anticipation of waiting, like when you're like heating something up in the microwave, when 3 minutes be feeling like an hour. God damn it, come on.
You know, Tom Petty did say it best. The waiting is the hardest part.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
JR, if you're new around here, basically I'm on Copium right now, hoping that they show a very particular game called Trails in the Sky, because we're all big Trails fans here, and it's a game that everybody's been anticipating for a very long time, and we haven't really got a whole lot of information out about it yet. And we all wanna see the goods because it's coming out in September, and we have not seen anything about it. And Trails also doesn't get like any marketing ever. And so this would be like the biggest thing for them if they were showing it at Summer Games Fest. I do look very liberally. Sort of like the wait for Elder Scrolls 6. Sort of, except for the fact that Elder Scrolls is going to be marketed to hell when they have stuff to show. Whereas this game from Falcom is very much... it is a JRPG series that very much should be mainstream, but isn't, solely due to the fact that Falcom does not like to market their games. And if they were to market their games, I feel like their games would be very mainstream. It's the same people that make the East series, Tokyo Xanadu, and the original Legend of Heroes series, which is the Gargorov, I believe it's called, right? Gargorov? Or Gargov or something like that. What is it called?
Yeah. Gargov or
they're the original Legend of Heroes before the Trail series, and I forget what it's called. But they just, for the longest time, they had a president who just was very old school and didn't really market their games. But this is also the very first game that they're releasing, to my knowledge, that, or for the Trail series at least, that is a worldwide release and is not being released in Japan first and then getting localized later. So it's a very, very big game for them, and it's a remake of the very first game in the series for them. And so it's very important that this game gets a lot of eyeballs on it, because it'll bring a whole lot of new fans to the series. Anyway, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Copium!
Hello.
Pete, mature game. So, are you a mature gamer in this
Role
channel?
player too mature. Swap screens. It's wrong.
Please welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's debonair dungeon master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and sanity.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations, It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes, so buckle up.
Don't make it sound so scary. This is gonna be fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wishlist any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show's Steam page.
Indeed. And once the show's over, there'll be plenty of follow-up coverage on GamesRadar.com and the Future Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
Zafar, pull up NavTech.
Just a sec. Got it.
Taki. We gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive. We've got big enough guns to make justice, alright? Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
This looks cool.
Brace yourselves. We're going for a spin.
I just hope it's not secretly some like RTS game that they're showing a really cool trailer for, but I probably won't play.
Hellcat.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival. Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
Inyalota. They never look up. Zafar, you were right. They shut down this.
Hold on, I'm coming! I'll cover you. The bird up high shall be thine eye. What the hell happened here? Hey, buddy.
The Expanse. Ooh.
Ooh, this is very personal.
Oh, with gameplay footage. I like it.
Oh.
This looks fun.
Still breathing.
Don't Hellcat for atmosphere games.
Wait, what's up? Hold on,
I
I can
wonder-
barely hear you guys.
I wonder when this takes place on the show, because I know that the expansion is a show, and I don't know where.
Is it?
Yeah, the expansion is a show.
Oh.
What a way to start the show! The Expanse Osiris Reborn is an action RPG crafted in Unreal Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish lists.
Sounds pretty awesome. And we're treating you to another world premiere right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process. So let's take a look.
I used to swear by my father's oath. To protect the wards is to protect our people.
That
and
show
to
gives me God of
cleanse
War
our
vibes.
lives.
Like in the water.
What's one life lost for the sake of the many?
And now, what do you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother. And I will kill the people who took him from me.
pestilence must be purged.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail, it may spell another end.
Echoes of the End.
That looked really good.
Looks interesting.
That actually looks really good.
We're thrilled to reveal Echoes of the End, a narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
There is another show. Bull, there's a bunch of shows this weekend, but this one is the most interesting. What is this?
Reminds me of the last time I was in the woods.
Oh my goodness. If they give us a spoopy jump scare, I'm going to be mad.
Maybe a
Well,
coyote.
I'm about to say, hell no to the hell no.
No spoopy. No spoopy jump scare, please. This is just rifled with spoopy jump scare energy. I don't like it.
I literally am turning this stream down because I'm so scared. Ew.
Welcome to Wispy Woods.
Okay.
Thank God.
The Mortal Shell 2 trailer. Oh yeah, the Mortal Shell 2 trailer from yesterday was one of the highlights for sure. I've never played any of them, but it looked great. Okay, no, thank God, just no spoopy jump scare. Huh?
An isolated cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your first look at Whispers in the Fog.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open-world action RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
This is probably the same game we saw yesterday.
Yep.
Fist Bump presents The Seven Friendly Sins.
I only really, I've never seen this anime. I hear it's really good, but I don't know if like I would get into it as much as my name.
Okay, so very much Zelda vibes. Got it. Or Breath of the Wild specifically, I should say.
That's right, punch that.
Probably with turn-based or act. Actually, I think it's action combat.
Definitely is action combat.
We asked for that one.
Ah, yes. This is so awkward for a two-handed axe.
Seven Deadly
It's
Sins
because it's a
Origins
one-handed
is coming
axe.
soon to PC and PS5, but you can pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
Wait, the finals is still a name?
Fuck the finals. Fuck this game.
I will be completely honest. I'm surprised that this game still exists. I feel bad
There's
saying that,
fan
but
base for it.
like, I actually.
Me and the
thought that this
homies,
game
me and the
was-
homies don't support this game. Me and the homies hate this game.
There we go.
The pressure's peaking. Every second counts and these
All the voiceover in this game is done completely by AI.
Yeah, that is.
Wait, really?
Everything you're hearing right now is AI voiceover. Yep. Generative AI. Fuck this game.
Well, thank you for telling me. Because I'm not supporting this game at all. I'm surprised that's on season 7.
Season 7 of the finals launches on June 12th. And whether you're a seasoned veteran or a new contestant entering the arena, if you're tuning in on the FGS Twitch channel, you can earn a Twitch drop of this Kablamo grenade skin.
Yes, anybody who watches this very show for 15 consecutive minutes on the FGS Twitch channel will earn the skin. So, if you've been with us from the very start, or you're just joining us, wherever you've been, then just stick
I guess
around.
you're already
And not that you need any more reasons, but it's time to move on and talk about
That you'll never
Hurdling,
use.
a shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul. Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
Okay, here's your farming sim for the year.
That is quite the floofy creature.
Oh yeah, Matt's probably thinking fuck that game too, yeah. For sure. Okay.
I think I heard something about this.
Hurdling launches later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam.
I can't tell if the set that they're on is a real,
Sleep Awake, which is
if
anything but cute.
if it's real or
a
if it's all
first-person psychedelic
green screen.
thriller that explores the realm between slumber and death. This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, let's take a closer look then.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
All right. See you, Bolt.
Come along. This way.
Spoopy.
You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you? This is all perfectly natural.
I am awake!
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost.
Good PSAs.
Give me your eyes, dear.
Ugh. Okay, that's kind of scary. That
Sleep
someone's
Awake
trying to
is
put
coming
something in
soon,
someone's
so
eye.
drop it on your wish
That's
list.
diabolical.
We've got a
Hydra,
developer
if I ever saw one.
presentation for Eric Solm, The Stolen Dream, up next. It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
I must find her
Accurate.
He's all I've got.
before he does.
Eric's Home is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in this setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world, because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me a rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Theo, what I want from you is I want you to make this
does look
looking
really
better.
pretty.
We play tested the game a lot, and what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River End Games was based on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
How is this made by 16 people? Like, why is this quality so high?
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build. The story just gets to perform. You're just drawn right in. It's a magical feeling.
I'm really excited for players to just discover this world. Ericsholm is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Games Store, and we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoy.
Very pretty sets. I like it.
Welcome to Scandinavia.
I have to say, I'm wondering, like, this is our real-time strategy game, but no, it doesn't look like it.
Something about stealth and puzzles.
Kind of gives me Disco Elysium vibes a bit, if that makes sense. With how the camera is.
Maybe like a 3D rain world or something. But you're not the slug cats, you're people.
Thank you so much to our friends at River End Games for that window into the world of Ericsholm. It's coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
Sweetness, Aaron. Also, hello, E.
Hello.
Hi, E.
They say Stalker series. I got more like Quake.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
Live into my interests.
Okay, this actually looks really cool.
I'd play it.
This kind of gives me like kind of Celeste and Hollow Knight vibes, which is kind of cool.
It does kind of have that feel of a Metroidvania of some sort. Of that nature.
Well, it is a Metroidvania, so...
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Those of you who have tuned in before will know that during the Every Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimlore Games.
I actually really liked the first of these games.
I've never heard of these games.
Tell us the whole story. Tell us about hope.
Okay, Diablo vibes already.
Titan Quest II is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek.
Yeah, it's that genre.
Yourself in what you associate.
The first game
with
was
fighting
a
mythological
Diablo-like
monsters,
game.
Some of which we came up with ourselves.
I've never
some
heard
of
of these
which are
games
from
before, but
Titan
that's
Quest
funny.
Lore.
Instantly
Greek
thought Diablo.
mythology
It's a
also has
Diablo.
become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands. Why not use it? In Titan Quest II, you'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character.
Yeah.
Oh, this is literally just Diablo. Okay.
Honestly, just
Yeah.
choosing
Yeah.
to be a
I
capable
look at the
fighter.
front and I'm
You
like,
have
this
a
is
master
yeah,
called Arista.
Diablo.
She's from Sparta
100%.
and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out
It's
later.
basically
You will build up your own world
Diablo,
over time
but
as you
with
prove yourself
mythology.
in Valorant.
Like,
Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest II
the first
is
game
very much a
was,
classic ARPG.
you went through
But there are
areas,
other
like the
old
first
twists in
area
there
it was
with,
Greek
like, the
mythology, the
mastery
second
system,
area
for
was
example,
Egyptian,
where
and
you
the
merge
third
2
was
masteries into one instead of
Chinese.
just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries, these
These are
synergies,
kind of mythologies
and make
we'll be
the best
tackling
use
in
of them
this one.
possible.
Basically looks
From
like the
there,
first game.
You can take your character in multiple directions. Be mixed classes is something we support
Probably
quite a
just
lot,
very-
actually. But
Wait,
the core
they said the
fantasy
first
stuff
game
is
was
the tanky warrior.
2006?
Of course, you're gonna have that.
Yep.
You can take your character in many directions, and choice is
Wow.
at the core of our game. Your
Dang.
abilities will be modifiable.
Was it only
so
on
each of them
PC
has,
then?
like, these
Because,
several
like-
modifier
It
choices that
originally
you can
was,
fit
but
into your
it's
skill.
been
This
re-released
is our little
multiple
innovation
times since
in
then.
this
It's
space.
on console as well nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
We are not going to be doing any microtransactions in this game because
Fuck
we
yeah.
don't believe in that form of monetization in
Well, I
traditional
already
gaming.
was
We'll be
gonna
doing
buy it, but-
traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs, which will include additional chapters, so more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas, and masteries, of course. So Titan Quest II will be coming to Steam Early Access very soon. You can wish
Hopefully
this
it's less
now
buggy
already,
than the first
and
game.
looking for a summer timeline for
If
this.
it's gonna
and
be
then later
launching in early
beyond
access, I
platforms.
probably would expect bugs. 'Cause early access is early access.
Well, yeah, but once it's fully done, like, the original game is not in early access. It was never in early access, and it was full of bugs.
Oh, yeah.
Titan Quest 2 is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. Wait, Legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
Oh God.
Spider-Man to my MJ? What are you doing here?
Hey guys.
Oh boy.
I was just, wandering the sound stages, taking in the
Yeah.
sights and
Oh
smells.
boy.
And then I
It's
heard
all.
you guys making noise
Is
about
my-
video
He's
games, and
speaking and he sounds like
join in.
Sasuke.
Well, I mean, since you're
Love
already
the
here,
guy.
why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right? I mean, if that's okay with you guys.
Our next trailer.
No, it's great. Work your magic. We'll
Looks
just be over
very
here.
blue.
All right. Got you. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
I have seen things
Ah.
that should be forgotten.
That explains it.
I've tried to escape my past. I've had enough of death and madness. But the world is changing. Some now search for answers.
Tell it's him,
Far
but this
reaches
is the first
the
time he hasn't
world.
sounded like Sasuke to me.
For shocking secrets and dizzying marvels.
With a cube. Oh wait, that was game from yesterday.
For there lies upon this world of man.
Looks
a
very beautiful.
mocking
Like, looks very fucking
incredible
beautiful.
shadow out of time.
Nintendo Switch too, huh? Interesting. It's not launching for the original
Call
Nintendo
of the
Switch.
Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles.
I think it would.
So get
I
on
think
your
it
wish
makes
list
sense at this
ASAP.
point. Like,
So you weren't just wandering
Yeah.
a lot then? I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta wander. Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man.
Ha ha. Okay. I see.
Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set,
Well, then.
we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
Read bio course. How hard could it be? Hard.
No, I think that this is a new game, but the
It's like capture
I'm sorry, it looks similar to
humor,
freaking we saw
the
yesterday.
humor is kind of throwing me off of that.
I have no interest.
Oh,
Welcome
Lost
to
Islands.
Veil of
I've
the Witch, a
played the first
turn-based
one of
tactical
these.
RPG with a roguelite twist. You play as Ash, a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
That sounds like Kyle
Remember how to
McCartly.
use
Very
it.
nice.
5 years
How
after
can Fire
a
Emblem
bloody
on
civil
PC
war,
if that
you wake
helps,
up trapped on a mysterious
Zelda's
island
life?
filled with monsters, cultists,
Interesting.
and a whole lot of zombies.
Suffice to say, this whole island is madhouse.
Combat in Veil of the Witch is built for hardcore tactics fans, with an emphasis on speed and brutality. That means a small party, tight battle maps, and enemies that can drop you in just a few hits. To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle. Surrounding this rock-solid core is a branching roguelike structure focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges. Face off against cool bosses,
Burn! Beacon of the dead!
get your shit wrecked. Then head back to town, where you can unlock upgrades, chat with allies, craft equipment, and more. And if you're real nasty, take on Trials mode for bigger challenges and better rewards. Fight, die, rise again, stronger, then come back and conquer. Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch. Early access available now on Steam, and coming soon to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
Cool.
Hey there.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey there.
That didn't look bad.
There's new game.
This is actually, I would say that this has been really better than the Summer Games Fest so far.
Well, only one thing can make it truly better. All right.
Trey.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Hey, George, you got your freaking witches yesterday. You got Resident Evil back.
We got blue ones.
I have been waiting for Resident Evil news.
Yeah, that shit was copium yesterday for sure, but we know the real copium.
I just like it how they trolled you yesterday, George.
They fooled
like-
everyone. Everybody was losing it. Everybody was like, Capcom, what a troll.
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy.
Firefighter simulator? Neat.
Supply line ready.
Break that door open.
Let me get that sturdy Halligan first.
The crows are about to catch fire.
Get an attack line in there.
Gotta go scout the area.
Naval company about firefighters?
That was close.
Cat, you're good? Found one of the victims.
Please, get me out of here.
We can't let the fire escalate like that.
I need help. Mayday! Mayday!
Firefighting simulator. Ignite. United against fire. Coming fall 2025.
Why are they?
Wishlist now on PC and console.
Why did they say Mayday for firefighting? What?
Are we all clear? No Nolan North or Ashley Johnson's waiting in the wings?
No, I think we're good. Okay. Now remember, folks, you can find all those games as well as every game we feature today on the Future Game Show Steam page.
Yes, and you'll want to prime your wish list in
Is this
advance.
AI voice acting? I don't know.
It's a game where you play as a bureaucratic inspector in a fantasy world.
What's like you make sure the evil layer is up to code before the party heads inside?
Yes, that's literally the whole deal.
Okay, I legitimately need this game.
I know.
Heroes. The world is full of them. Sons and daughters of farmers with too much bravery and not enough wisdom, so some say. But what is a hero without a princess to save? Without dragons to slay? Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find a necromancer who, according to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hellgates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
We, the members of the United Builders Union of Enchanted Settlements, hereby announce a strike, effective immediately.
It's the inspector, here with their cushy job and their clipboard that decides if we have to do more work.
A dragon attack? That is not in the budget.
But what is a story without a good hero at its helm? With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil. We are happy to welcome you, our newest agent to the cause. Wishlist the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs today.
Oh, that's one for the critters. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
That's me.
Team waifu.
もしもし、うん。はい。
Okay.
Well, this is Waifu Shooting Simulator.
I'm not gonna lie, not particularly.
Hey, you're here.
I'm a what the hell?
That's right. Yoda is in this game.
Okay, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go shoot some motherfucker. Slap.
Is this really just waifu shooting? It really is. Waifu Tactical Force. That.
Oh God. That is coded right there.
Somebody send him a link to this game.
WTF.gg/wishlist for a
Oh my
list.
god. Somebody clip this and send it to Feb.
Yeah.
Waifu Tactical
Oh,
Force
it's on
is a
until
free
2026.
shooter
He's gonna have to
coming
wait a
soon
year.
Now that gun would be completely impractical. What the fuck?
Also, it takes the meaning of WTF to a whole new level. Yeah.
Let's take a look at Hirogami.
One day,
Yeah.
I'll tell my children that that WTF stands for Waifu Tactical Force, and not what the fuck is they've been led to believe.
One day, I will tell my children that I was in a waifu simulator game.
Yes.
I mean,
A
it's
lot of
it's
people.
funny titling. What the fuck is definitely an interesting. They knew what they were doing.
On a side note,
They definitely knew what they were doing, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
this game's quite neat.
Oh, this actually looks pretty cool.
Okay, it's before September 19th,
Hirogami is
people. We
coming
can
to
play
PC
that game.
and PS5 on September 3rd. Fold it into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Games Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
It has lasted for so long.
eFrontier is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game.
Wonder what
And
sort of
often the best way
stupid
to make a game is to
stories are
start
going to come out of
modifying
this
an
one,
existing
because
game.
that's what Eve
We
is
have
best
now
known
created
for.
an MMO server-side modding platform.
Buy this
and
coffee
we
mug
offer
for
an invitation to
$4.99.
you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things. And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival space horror sandbox we have created. When we made Eve Online, we very much wanted to make a sandbox experience where most of the things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from Eve, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building up an amazing modding platform. Basically what eFrontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both reads and writes the world state.
This
And that,
can't
I think,
possibly go
will
wrong.
enable something truly astounding that
Is-
has never been seen before. But this
Is
is very much
Eve
inspired
known
by
to
the
have
third-party
very
ecosystem
bad
that is
development or
developed
something?
around EVE Online. We
No,
are basically
it's an
super
MMO that
customized
allows you to
because
directly
smart
modify the
assemblies and
server.
and the modding platform were built into Frontier.
Oh.
And what we have seen so far in our
Oh,
various
okay,
hackathons
never
and
mind.
events,
I'm not
and what
playing
we've
that.
just
Yeah,
seen in the
Nasir's got the
development community
right
overall,
idea. That's where I was
absolutely
going.
delivers on that vision in spades.
Yeah. Yeah, Eve is known for having the most unhinged player base in the MMO market.
Founder access for Eve Frontier is available now, and you can head to evefrontier.com to jump in and find out more. What's up next, Laura?
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends, an arcade racing game that covers the history of motorsport.
Cars 4.
I think that's a lowball estimate, Nasirin.
What is this, F-Zero?
It is some kind of car racing game.
But no, it's not F-Zero. They literally said what it's called, but it'd be looking like F-Zero a little. Actually, no, it's not arcadey enough to be F-Zero. Like an F-Zero-ish game.
The only racing game that really has my attention at the moment is Sonic.
Oh, this is actually like they're trying to be like kind of like a proper racing game-ish. But like, I feel like it's really hard. You either have to lean into the super arcade kind of vibe or super sim. Like you can't really like float
go
between. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of NASCAR stuff, which I think that's the plan.
It's like one of my favorite games of all time is Gran Turismo, and it's like you either sim
racing towards release on PC
or you arcade.
and consoles, but you can play the demo now on Steam and also wishlist it.
Trying to be a kart racer and sim at the same time will never work.
Which is a future game show staple. It's a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
So, if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
First up is Catastrophe. This is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel.
Oh shit, that looks cool! Yo, I need this.
Players can mod
I need
that's a little rough naming though.
and pick their route through a series of interstellar
Catastrophe. Why not Catastrophe?
It's Mr. Kitty's Adventure.
Next up, we've got Phase Zero, a survival.
I mean, I guess you could.
Oh, it looks like Resident Evil.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
I was
original
thinking that
Resident
too.
Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
I was
definitely
thinking that
Resident
too.
Evil. Yeah.
Can you solve puzzles and tango with monsters to make it out alive?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what about
This one it looks cool. Phase Zero looks cool.
gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You recruit.
I'd give it a
train, and
try.
command a crew of warriors in strategic
Granted, I suck
turn-based
at tank
battles.
tank
Coastal city in the
control.
Carve your name in
You get used to it. Once
Evil
your
games.
brain adapts to it, you get used to it pretty quickly.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape Lost Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of.
Okay,
Well, that's a
actually
neat
kind of
idea.
This
That's
looks
actually
interesting.
That
it
was
looks
our
very
Once
fun
to
for
Play
a stream or
montage. Be sure
like
to
after
follow up on
party
anything
BC
that
chat
caught your
and
eye.
stuff.
But let's keep on sailing with
Yeah.
another exclusive trailer.
We'll be shooting
Where
our
Naval
people.
Combat
What are you
Simulator
doing?
7
No!
18
Featuring
seconds.
boats.
Yeah. Oh, what is this?
Every voyage begins with a plan.
This is more
looks like
Black Flag and less Skull and Bones. I'd be interested.
A vision
This looks like a
etched on
Command and
parchment.
Conquer game, like the ones that
Or
Ocean
telling
plays.
glory or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor, fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are nothing
Oh, I
more
think
than
it's a sailing simulator.
but in the stories we bring back, and the legend. we
Possibly. Or is it? What
Yeah,
is
get
this
out
game?
there. Crush
I
those
wonder if it's a
pirates.
building simulator too, like you build your towns or whatever.
So we chart our next course. We sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage.
It didn't actually show any gameplay, so I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's about voyage. What do you mean? It's about ships.
That's always worrying when they don't show gameplay.
Ahoy!
Ahoy! Yeah, literally.
Oh, it's a kick.
Oh, Kickstarter! Oh, come on!
Kickstarter. What the hell?
Come on, man! Kickstarter, really?
Yeah.
Content creator.
How
That
about?
is kind of
Who would say?
That's sus.
Probably not a good sign, but
I mean, the fact that you don't have like a gameplay kind of showcase is already very.
Yeah, like what kind of game is that? Like it had vibes with like several different fucking genres.
What Matt means to say with that gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant. Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year, but you can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class
Game of the year, guys.
and then try them out firsthand, as well
That's
as
fun.
facing the green and obstacles.
What do you mean?
You'll manage staff,
okay, in all honesty,
customers on your way to
people
crafting a
fucking
golfer's
love these
paradise.
games. I
It's
never
coming soon to
can get into
PC
these
and
games because I'm
consoles,
just not
but you
that
can wishlist
creative.
it now on Steam or
You know
at
what?
Epic
To
Games
me, Mario Golf.
Ascends to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that,
Okay, small little creature.
you can freeze time to
Yeah.
anticipate
Okay.
attacks and topple voxel
This is
monsters.
Hades, right?
Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC.
It's Hades,
but
but
in the
with like
meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam and drop it onto your
winning
wish
with
list.
guns.
Yeah.
Or
Hades
how
with
about
gun.
Mr. Kitty!
Oh, no.
Mrs. Kitty! Oh no!
where you play
It's
as
a cat.
crew of
Wild
adorable
Flukes have
critters.
appeared.
Okay.
Wait,
okay.
Cats on a Maker? Nah,
They're
damn.
Players will use their industrial-grade
It's
opposable
over.
thumbs to
It's
scrap
over.
the
It's over.
landscape from
It's over
materials
forever.
and establish a community of cute
My
creatures.
God.
Oh my
Animal Time is
God.
coming soon to PC. But if you head to the Steam page,
Well,
you
guys,
can
it was
sign
fun,
up for
but
the
I think I
Alpha
found Game of
Playtest,
the Year
which
right
is
here.
arriving in July.
Next up is Don't Wake
That
the
does
Beast,
actually look pretty
but
good.
The developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
Hi, my name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away from the beast. The tricky part is that each treasure has its weight, and the more you pick up, the more noise you generate. But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
This is actually a very cool concept.
We're rounding things out
Yeah,
with
and I'm not even a roguelike
Cultist
person.
Simulator, where you try your best to
That's
bring
a cool
about
concept, but you lost me. at
Cultist
Inspired by
Simulator.
This cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's
God.
coming soon to PC.
So, in
and
other
wishlisted
words,
on Steam.
everyone just creates their own.
That was our spotlight montage.
followers.
We hope you enjoyed the Summer Showcase selection. Laura?
Oh, it's time for an update on Scum, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Oh my
Might
god.
have learned something. I love video
What?
games.
Scum.
Peggy 18.
Oh no. About to read our riddle. Not ready for scum.
Winlar.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay. This game does not look anything for me, but they kind of know that this is just a fucking.
Did that just say penis size? Incredible.
What the fuck is this game?
I'm not ready for scum.
I am not.
Oh god.
Inspired reviews have grabbed your attention.
We're all just scum in here.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Alright guys, we micromanaging.
For Scum 1.0.
And if you're not one of the
micromanaging
winners,
our
then you'll just have
poop
to jump in
now.
with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is a squad-based survival shooter. Where
That guy looks a bit shit. Literally.
This trailer for Deathground.
That is like you get some friends together and have a drinking party, and then you don't remember what you played that night.
Whether you dare
Burger Chicken is online.
4 players, you must do everything you can to survive in these dinosaur-infested abandoned facilities. Could you survive?
Hi, we're George Rock Games, the indie dev team behind Deathground.
Selling Burger
The
Chicken.
main threat you'll need to avoid is the raptors, specifically Utah raptors. So, unlike velociraptors, which are much smaller, they measure around 7 feet tall. I'm about 5'3", so that's a pretty menacing height comparison for me.
We've spent most of our development time taming them, and it's been a huge challenge because...
How do you get something that size with that tail to behave all in multiplayer?
Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with. The #1 culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus, aka the Compy.
What might look like a decent hiding space for you as players might actually be a refuge for these little creatures, putting the terror in territory.
As for other species,
I know somebody who would really enjoy this game, but otherwise, I don't know.
roaming around in the background.
And the next thing you know, you're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
There are multiple maps and missions that will be playable at launch. Mission Command, the single-player tutorial and introduction level.
Geothermal, where you'll need to repair everything so you can restart the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And biomedical, which is my personal favourite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal raptor eggs. You know, for science.
Each mission is replayable and is an important piece of the puzzle. Each detail or collectible that you come across will help you unlock the lore and discover the truth about the disastrous events of the past.
Deathground is launching on Steam Early Access this year. Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
Deathground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year. Keep an eye out for Roar news on that front.
I am
Horror
refusing
knows
to acknowledge
Deathground.
that pun, so let's move on with our second Ones to Watch deep dive, shall we? Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure game, Hell is Us.
Oh, I've heard about that one actually.
Join the scum giveaway. I'm sorry. Look at the top. Join the scum giveaway.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Belated, and I am
How
the
about
Executive Creative Director
no
and
thanks.
Executive Art Director on Hell is Us here at
Oh,
Rogue Factory. So the game that we've been developing for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell is Us. So the game is definitely like an action-adventure game.
It is set in the world of Adia. It's a rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening. You play Remy. He was born there. Yeah, he was raised in a foster system in Canada and is going back basically to find answers.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games, where the adventuring is just, if you think about it, the exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are given to you in a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the inverse in our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with John about the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward and like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through.
You talk to NPCs and they're literally going to tell you a clue, right? So Rebecca and Jova, when she kind of hints you where the Owen convoy, the direction that it took, she says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that if I go, and then you go there and you see the road that turns, and it's maybe the convoy did come here. I think that's kind of very unique, and it works really, really well. Like any game, especially a game of almost 40 hours, sometimes it works better than others. You know, no game is absolutely perfect, but it's very much it's the joy of exploration, the joy of discovery. Yeah.
Okay.
The Abbey is closed. Official AAF business.
Of course, we can't talk about Hell Is Us without talking about our monsters. And the enemies, the limbic entities, are physical manifestations of human emotions, of human negative emotions. What does an emotion look like?
Looks like another Souls-like.
We had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies, you know. So we have grief, ecstasy, terror, and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit. It's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker. And it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion. And then
this doesn't look like a Souls-like at all.
Because we tried a lot of
no,
things.
No, this looks faster than the Souls.
Looking like this, you know.
It has gimmicks to some extent, but like the combat looks
so you'll
way
be able
faster.
to play Hell Is Us on September 4th.
It also doesn't look like it's as punishing either if you get hit.
PlayStation 5.
Also, pretty much the game said Rogue Factor.
Like I didn't sense bullshit from that
Wishlist
combat.
it now because Hell Is Us is coming to PC and
Oh,
consoles
it's by
on
Nacon.
All right. I think we'll do another world premiere, don't you? This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars some very familiar faces.
Wait, is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
Hey Laura, hey Matt. I'm super excited to be back on the Future Game Show where I belong, and you are doing a fantastic job. Like I said to the producers when I was hosting, if you strike me down, this is live, isn't it? So yeah, New Tales reached out and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me, they're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
I've got a really cool gig. Want to join me in a game? If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Laura will be on board too.
Yeah, sure. I'll be in a game with you. But only if you're coming to the D&D group next week, because our party could really use a barbarian.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
Fish.
I've been coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Yeah, I go so everybody know. You know when it click through. And it's about to be a so big grind.
Feels like the sort of game that you can't really tell much about by watching footage.
It kind of gives me Astrobot 5%, at least to me. Like, it's not Astrobot in that way, but it kind of gives me some of those vibes. It's very cool, though.
I really like the art direction, it's really good.
Yeah.
That That's right, we're joining Samantha Bayard, yes,
Looks pretty neat.
Karlak herself, and the awesome Jasmine Bular in Fading Echo, coming to PCs and consoles next year.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go!
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
We have been blessed to live in times of peace, but our city is not without its enemies. The demons above.
Interesting.
And the beasts below.
All right, I'm pumped. Let's do this.
You're going to be bishops too?
Through Shale, all things are possible.
Oh, is
Same
this
games like
Sacrifier?
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose.
It looked like Sacrifier. They announced this game quite a while ago.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church.
That
Still,
actually looks
one out of
really
every
cool.
3 bishops
I'd
doesn't
give
make
this a
it past
try.
the first year.
Does it get easier after that? We gave you those robes for a reason.
Yeah, Sacrifier. There we go.
Church.
Galaga.
It's a bullet file.
Use your rail shooter.
Hey, it looks cool.
Ocean love this one.
It's like a 3D platformer.
I don't know why I think of Hi-Fi Rush when I say this. It's not Hi-Fi Rush, but it's like
No, it's not a 3D platformer.
Yeah, it gives me Hi-Fi Rush vibes, which is kind of weird to say. Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh.
Joe and Mac is back.
Oh no, not the game. Wow, that's so old. Holy shit.
I'm not sure if we're these cavemen or the humans, but this is...
This feels like a game before my time.
Yes.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
This is like 90s games. Like middle to late 90s in arcades.
This looks like is that was this SNES or Genesis / Mega Drive?
I think this is arcade in general.
Might be TurboGrafx actually.
Oh,
Although
Kickstarter.
there might have been ports to other
We're
things
back.
too.
And you can wishlist all of those games by heading to
The Future Game Show Steam page?
the Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way, it's time for a
At least that kind of Kickstarter, you know what game it is. Like the other Kickstarter, which we don't even know what that was.
Save humanity and the shape-shifting alien who gets in the way. Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
Ooh, Supermassive.
We are going to do this. Just lower the gun.
Not until you move from the scanner.
Oh, I remember this one. Yeah, this is like the Dead Space kind of thing with robots. It was announced like last year, I think.
Don't you ever point that thing at me again.
We have like 23 more minutes left in the show, so.
Yeah.
Scan complete. Subject unidentifiable.
We need urgent assistance. Please. Help us.
But what if that went differently? Hey, I'm Will Doyle, Creative Director on Directive 8020, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game. Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices. As with all our games, Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game and see alternate paths that link to each of the major decisions that you've made. With Turning Points, you can rewind to a pivotal point or decision, collect missing collectibles, or see how different choices would have played out. By the same token, your actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survivor mode setting that prevents you from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning Points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
Directive 8020 introduces the ability to rewind and change
Oh,
your
it's a Dark
choices
Pictures
to see the
game. Oh, that
consequences
makes
of
sense.
each branching path.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025. And if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons. Cairn is a death-defying climbing simulator with a meticulous control scheme. Here's the game bakers to tell you more.
Cairn is what we call a survival climber. Your goal is to climb a mountain and reach a summit no one has ever conquered. You can climb almost anywhere, and the climbing mechanics are highly realistic. You'll need to carefully manage your balance and stamina. Make a mistake, and you'll fall and get hurt. For the first time, we are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes. When you get up there, you'll face ice walls that require you to use ice axes and spikes. But don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice. Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim for cracks and edges to get a solid grip. Cairn's realistic climbing system also supports mixed climbing. That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using an ice tool. It's up to you to read the rock face and choose the most strategic route to the top. Cairn is coming up on PlayStation 5 and Steam later this year.
Looks stressful.
You can already give it a try in the demo available on PC and PS5.
Cairn is coming to PlayStation and PC later this year. And you can also check out a free demo on both platforms after the show. What's next, Matt?
We're mixing things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are two great games from our friends at Quali.
Oh, another
Other
Resident Evil clone.
Yeah.
Everyone likes to do these clones, don't they?
This is the Resident Evil Direct, guys.
Yeah, this is the Resident Evil Direct.
And they always have the PS1 graphics. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just...
I feel like I
a lot
should
of
be
them are like that.
like I should be more interested in these games, but I'm not.
I will say the games at the showcase have been a lot more interesting than like the summer.
Not the showcase. I mean, just those like specific like the Resident Evil type games.
Yeah.
And now this
I
is
get
giving me
that.
like old school Elder Scrolls vibes.
Yeah.
This reminded me of like Daggerfall.
I think the reason why I'm not as interested in like those Resident Evil inspired 90s horror inspired in general games is that like there's more the story and lore that interests me about Resident Evil than anything else. If that makes sense.
Rats. We are the
Rule and
rats.
Ground Zero are both coming soon to PC. What's up next, Laura?
We're taking a look at a game called Hella. It's a cooperative folklore adventure where you and your friends band together as brave little mice.
Keep getting ads you auditioned for but didn't book. Damn, yeah, that's a little rough. I just noticed that. The other reason I like to watch shows like this is because I tend to see a lot of games that I auditioned for but didn't get, and it's just nice to know what booked and stuff. At least when they have voiceover in the trailers. There haven't been a whole lot of voiceover in these trailers for this show, but definitely the one yesterday there was. Because obviously I can't go and buy every game that I, had a chance to read for, but I could at least watch trailers.
Obviously. This looks kind of interesting.
This is Big Funky Rat Gaming.
Rats. We are the rats.
Hello.
Ah, damn.
Whenever I think of Hella, I think of Life is Strange.
Hella is coming soon to
it's hella
PC,
crazy.
PlayStation, and Xbox, so give it a wish list on Steam or the
Hello,
Epic Game
Lish.
Store.
Moving swiftly on, it's
Pretty
time for a
cute,
look
actually.
At Ludo.
Yeah.
This is a psychological thriller where the protagonist is trapped inside their own home, and we're about to find out when you can play it.
Peggy 18.
What's up with the Peggy splashes instead of...
Distinguish between what is real
I mean...
I don't know.
and what isn't.
This is definitely like...
Trust what you see.
Usually that kind of stuff is probably they are like European kind of games or developed.
Yeah, but like the thing is at the beginning of the show, right? They showed the
Rating
ESRB
pretty
ratings.
Like a trick.
I think it varies.
Voiceover sounds UK, so it might be a...
Yeah, as I said, it will be because they're from different countries. That's it.
I mean, I understand why it's happening. I'm just saying, like, normally they adjust to ESRB when they're showing on a US show. And I would say Summer Game Fest is mostly like US based. And then when they like put the trailer up on like YouTube or something, they'll put the Peggy 18 or whatever.
This is launching on 22nd month. This day.
Next month, actually. This is actually
That
next
is
month.
That is definitely
Ludo is
a
coming to PC,
European game
PS5,
because
and
that's
Xbox.
the
In the meantime,
European
you can
date
wishlist it
system.
on Steam
Yep.
or
Yes.
the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Hello everyone. I'm excited to be a part of Future Game Show 2025.
Oh, that's...
There are so
Oh,
many
shit.
amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to play them these days.
Did he start his own studio
As
after he
many
left
of you know,
PlayStation?
I have been a huge fan of the work of
I don't know.
Anytrans. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title from the team. If you are at Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the Endreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
I don't know why this is just giving me have a great E3 vibes.
Oh, a parkour game.
Parkour, parkour.
You kind of lost me with parkour, I'm sorry. Looks cool, but not my... I don't think parkour's my type of game.
Oh, we're looking spines. Like the vengeance up in here.
It's like a VR game.
Used to be a VR game.
I remember seeing Mirror's Edge. Oh,
Yeah, that's-
that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, it's nice to see VR games getting more love because considering I have a VR headset, I've played like a couple that were really good, and other than that, they've all been very like not great. I'd love to see more VR games.
Oh, it's Chris. Oh.
Reach is
Ideas
an
VR.
ambitious virtual reality action adventure coming to PSVR, Steam, and MetaQuest in 2025.
Okay, Matt. It's time to check in with everybody's favorite depressed
I wouldn't be able to
and
play
Resident
VR
Evil
games because I get
Oh,
really
yes.
bad motion
Can only
sickness.
be the
I don't understand. Clear River Games, you said you were gonna have
the mystery of the secret
said you were gonna have a
Solani.
showcase.
Well,
We're
when
10
you're
minutes from the
desperately
end of the
found,
show.
There's always a new case to
What's happening?
I'm used to the cold embrace.
The Duke game. I remember this game, yeah.
They'll troll again like
I'm Annika. And I'm John.
like
We're
the
about to
RE9
Berlin,
stuff
Germany.
and put it at the
Our
end.
newest game is Duck Detective, the Ghost
Maybe.
of Glamping, where you
I
are
can't
the
believe my
one and
cousin's
only
I
duck
swear to
detective
God,
and
that
impress
was
and
really
wiggle
cool
the
what they
voice
did with
duck.
RE
You must
yesterday.
quack the case. Inspect evidence, make deductions,
Honk.
and solve this no-murder mystery. To the annoyance of the Duck Detective, he is joined by a new partner in
Oh, this is a game for
solving
Unite.
Freddy the Crocodile. Work together to discover the truth and nibble on the
I
crumbs
feel
of
it looks
justice.
cool.
Detective
Right now,
does.
working on a simplified Chinese language update.
Detective
coming out
Honk.
later this year. We're very excited for you to play. The game is out on Steam,
But
Nintendo
if
Switch,
it's Detective
Xbox
Honk, then
One,
who's
and Series
Detective
XS,
Bonk?
and PlayStation 5. Thanks for watching.
His
and we
partner.
hope you enjoy
That,
the
that would
no.
be your game, you know.
The geese go honk, all right? Ducks go quack.
Duck Detective: The Ghost of Glamping has already
Your
walled
Duck
PC and consoles, so go check it out
Detective
if you
games are
haven't
really
already.
good.
Okay, we've had plenty
looks
of exciting
decent.
premises so far, but how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon? Get on your dancing shoes, folks, because
Oh, hey, no,
Ratatata
Ratatata.
is up
That's
next.
pink.
Yeah, Ratatata, let's go.
Oh, is this the demo you were playing a couple days ago?
Yeah, hell yeah. Ratatata is goated. He's goated.
I like it. I like the
I will be
music.
completely honest.
It's fantastic.
This
It's great.
seems like
I-
something.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no. No, I just love it. Like, I love Patapon and I love Ratatan.
I will be completely honest, I'm just going with the beat of the music. Like, I'm thinking, like, okay, how much Metatone is going through this shit? I'm sorry, that's just my choir days coming with me.
Ratatan is coming to Steam Early Access on July 25th. But there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
And we're following that bombshell with a new trailer for Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile, an interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Oh.
It can't be. It's Hercule Poirot.
Monsieur Poirot, I guess you know why I asked you to come.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to disrupt what promised to be a beautiful day, but I have some terrible news. But we must stay calm if we want to find the culprit. I have a small idea of the situation.
I'm May Leach. My, you got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case. Okay, let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me. It's a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one. What do we have here?
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
Tomorrow, the day at least is here. Every question must have its answer.
Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September of 2025, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Okay, I don't want to build up this next trailer too much, but let's just say you're gonna flip.
Oh, the puns.
I love Matt's reactions.
I will say Laura and Matt really go well together. Like, they really click together.
Is this a new puzzle game?
Another VR?
What?
Oh my god! Oh, oh, okay.
Scooby-Doo-Doo.
Zoinks, Laura! House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles.
Oh, that's kind of
this
sweet.
Scootober.
Now we're starting to close in on the end of the show, but not before we show you our final ones to watch deep dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia: The Old Country. Here's all the gory details.
Mafia: The Old Country is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in the future, going back to 1900s Sicily, so the birth of not just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where organised crime first really came from.
In Mafia: The Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked in the sulfur mines, sold there by his parents, a really horrible upbringing for a kid, which unfortunately happened back in those days. So he doesn't know family, he doesn't really know love. He escapes, he falls in with the Teresi crime family, and then this game really, this story shows his rise through the ranks as he goes from being this impoverished young man to a made man.
For Mafia the Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the landscapes, with the cinematics. Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia has always been about pushing the technology of its day to do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting narrative gameplay. It really makes what's already an emotional story even more emotional and meaningful.
We've been able to capture incredible nuances in the mocap, in the acting, in all of the character performances. That's really helped us to bring our story to life. And as a little taste of what's in store, we've got a cinematic to show, which shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
Peggy 18.
Come forward.
It's the same shit they showed yesterday.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life. A brotherhood.
You're here because of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not know about our thing.
It is binding. It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Yes, I do.
Then, before the eyes of all here present, join me. To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo. Benvenuto, Enzo.
Salute.
Salute.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia: The Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across 3 distinct timelines.
So, definitely. Basically.
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Rogue Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the Spark!
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization. All at the same time. You got it, right?
Ancestor, I need you.
And it's not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risk a role with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
Yeah, this looks interesting.
That is pretty cool.
And now we're making that game with the blood, sweat, and spark. Tenet of the Spark. You got it, right?
I got a little mini-me. Look, psh, psh, psh. Watch up.
We're not dropping the release date yet because we want to do it right. But we can say it's coming to both PC and consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenet of the Spark on Steam. And go look at your family album. Maybe your grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
Thank you to Roar Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, so pop it on your wish lists. All right, what have you got for us, Laura?
A first look at gameplay for Creasol Theater of Idols. This is a first-person horror shooter for fans of BioShock and Resident Evil. You fight creepy statues on a tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm going to pre-order it right now.
Almighty Son, guide my path in this hour of darkness. As the shadows of the abyss close in, let your sacred light banish them. And if I am to fall, let my flesh turn to ash, so my soul may ascend to you.
Oh, this is pretty edgy.
Consumed in your flames for all eternity, now and forever. Creasol.
You will bleed 2025.
Holy moly, that looks good.
You're telling me. Creasol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay, well, how do you want to do this?
Okay, I'm thinking we both look into that camera right there,
Okay.
and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay, because that last trailer's really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good
Okay.
job, I think. So, does that work?
You know, sounds perfect to
Oh,
me.
good afternoon.
Please enjoy our final world premiere.
Son of a-
Ooh, I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus.
Dude, I've been asleep all day.
Well,
You have been
Back up. Well, put the clown makeup on, everyone.
I blame you.
I've had this comic on for
Putting that
hours.
shit out in the universe.
What did I hop in on? What did I hop into someone saying that people had to put on clown makeup?
No, we're watching the future game show, Past Fans, and there was no Sky.
Confess it changed your plans.
And yes, I'm getting blamed for it because I said, what if it doesn't show up, and then we all have to put clown makeup on.
Once again, you know the fault lies with you.
You know, I get compared to Ishmael, and I don't care because my hair is the same color as hers, so ha!
I think canonically Yuna was under NDA to not say that Sky was here because Yuna was in Waifu Tactical Force, as it turns out,
I've got something to show you.
as Yuna in that game.
No, I was busy in what the fuck.
I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
Jeez. I spend all day asleep fighting a cold off, and then you flamed for that.
That was
Jeez.
your first look at Ritual Tides, a terrifying odyssey where you tango with Lovecraftian terrors. Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have a full gameplay
horror
reveal during the
games,
next
dude.
Future Game show in August, so mark your calendars for that.
It's one of the most popular genres out there.
It does mean
so.
we've reached the very end of this year's summer showcase.
There's always going to be people trying to put their own spin on it.
FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this, with even more exclusive trailers, developer deep dives, and world premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has tuned into the summer showcase, as well as the Dreamweaving developers who put their all into those amazing trailers we debuted today.
And remember, you can head to the dedicated
Maybe it's on
Future
the
Game
next
Show
thing
Steam
that's
page to
happening.
wishlist your favorite games
Oh,
from today's show.
this isn't the
We'll
end.
also have follow-up content on GamesRadar.com and the FGS YouTube channel.
I'm Matt Mercer.
And I'm Laura Bailey.
And
this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025.
Man.
Oh, good stuff in there though. Like, no Sky, but there was still some pretty cool stuff there.
Yeah.
I think that this was a better showcase than like Summer Games Fest.
Yeah.
Summer Game Fest had Resident Evil.
What are they showing here, though? What is this
$1 million.
supposed
You
to
have
be?
to keep going, because this might be where Sky is.
No, I doubt it.
I don't think we're getting Sky News until next week, from what they said.
What a Hollywood ending to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. Thank you very much to Matt and Laura for their amazing work as host, but it is not over yet. As you might be able to tell, there are some new stars in town, that being myself, Jules Gill.
And myself, Amy Mallet, and welcome
What
to
is this?
FGS Live from Los Angeles. We are bringing you today some exclusive new trailers, demo drops, release date announcements, and of course, world premieres.
In fact, let's start with our very first exclusive. It is our very first world premiere.
I guess Isu. I don't know. I'm just sad now.
Guys.
Do they really want to do that? That's looking like Power World, or the exact thing that got them fucking sued.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's really similar to what
Okay, Isu. Don't blame me for having set realistic expectations.
Yeah, you're not worth everyone.
Hey, I'm setting real expectations here. You guys are getting your hopes up.
There's getting one's hopes up, and then
No, the boss lies with all you guys getting your hopes up and thinking I was gonna be here.
These guys either fear God or Nintendo.
Yeah.
I'm not victim blaming. I'm just defending myself.
Yeah, you can keep saying
You're
that.
telling me that you can become a pirate, transform into an animal at will, and build your own sky.
Okay, if Sky the First premieres here, then
It's not gonna premiere here.
It's already premiered, so we'll just get new news.
I mean, if it's news. Okay, if we get news here, E, what do I do?
I don't want to shock you.
You're gonna have to pick my poison.
But our next game is a terrifying twist on an old school classic. Let's have a look at the multiplayer mode for System Shock 2.
Yeah. Well, we'll know if it's coming up.
Yeah, but like at the same time, I feel like I'd rather play Persona 3 at this point than continue streaming this show. I was informed. I was led to believe that there would be Sky at Future Game Show.
So, in order to get out of that room,
I was led to believe, and I feel like poo-poo right now because there's no Sky.
What is the company?
I don't know.
Triggered 5 tropical roads. Don't no.
Okay.
Hmm.
This is a craft elevator.
Atari is involved in this one.
Oh, almost
and another
designed
one.
for full players. Here comes. But it's
God. I'm with you, George.
Back to fail me again, insect.
Oh, that multiplayer looks brilliant. I love any kind of game mode where I can accidentally blow up my mates.
Indeed, and you can blast Showdown back to base elements when System Shock 2's remaster releases on June the 26th.
I think we all are wanting news these
Now,
too.
George, do you know what else is fun?
Ripping off somebody's skin, wearing it to fool their mates, and then pretending to worship an eldritch god?
That was actually exactly what I was going to
It's
say.
just like a Soul multiplayer stuff.
Fair. This is Necrofugitive.
I saw a
Wouldn't
mixtape
surprise
in
me.
there. I saw a mixtape in there.
Would not surprise me if that was the case.
You are the monster. The nation of Avencia is at war. As the last surviving member of your cult, your deity has gifted you with unholy powers. Shapeshift through the kingdom, transform into enemies and deceive your foes. Unleash chaos wherever you go. Choose abilities on the skill tree and create the ultimate heretic of your dreams. Go in stealth.
It's interesting,
Go in
though.
combat. Go however you want toward freedom. The choice is
No,
yours.
this is just
Other
more
games
games.
let you pet the dog. In this game, you can be the dog. Plus, for the first time, we're announcing local co-op. Team up with a doppelganger and take Adventure by
This,
storm.
all of this makes me sad.
On June 24th.
I'm
Pre-order
sad
now
right
and get a free
now.
copy
I'm a
of
sad
Dead
boy.
Man's Hand card roulette action when you purchase the full
Dash.
game. Necro Fugitive.
Yeah.
Available on Steam. Pre-order now.
I'm sorry, George.
I didn't know they had me
It's coming to
here.
PC and consoles with a Kickstarter launching on June 24th.
It is pure chaos, and I absolutely love it. But you know what else I absolutely love?
Go on.
Planning road networks for busy cities.
Oh, it's a wild Friday night over at your house, isn't it?
You have no idea, mate.
Well, you're in luck because our next game
Well,
is
whoever
the
told you
Golden
that,
award-nominated Mini Motorways, which is bringing out
maybe
a
they
brand new game mode. Ooh, how
they
exciting.
pulled it or something.
I don't even think it was Sky. I think it was it was R-Type Delta. That was the game that they were gonna show, so it wasn't even the Sky.
Yeah.
Fucking trash.
The charlatans.
Creative mode just looks like something that reminds me of like Cities Skylines or something like that.
Look both charming and tense at the same time.
Oh, it's the look that I go for. It's called being socially anxious and a people pleaser.
Right, okay, and fans of Mini Motorways will sure be pleased with that announcement, and you too can check out the new creative mode when it drops on the 26th
think
of
we're
August
good.
for Apple Arcade, Switch, and PC.
Up next is a game that's making waves due to its breathtaking art style and high-octane action. This is Moros Protocol.
Threat detected.
And I don't care about none of this.
Pack it on up, boys.
Can you escape the confines of a decaying and deadly warship? Well, find out for yourself when the Morose Protocol drops on PCs later this year. And of course, you can wishlist it right now.
So, Jules, what's your deepest fear?
Well, that is a tough one, actually. It could either be my cats finally becoming sentient and telling me that I'm too needy, or that my beard hair falls out and you find out that I've got no chin whatsoever.
I mean, hold on to those harrowing thoughts, because we're about to have an interview with developers Variable State for upcoming sci-fi horror Deepest Fear. Have you really got no chin?
Like a turtle.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Burrows, creative director of Variable State. Right now, our team is working on Deepest
Isu,
Fear, a claustrophobic
Isu,
horror
if
shooter
you,
and retro
if it does show up,
you play Danny
oh
Carroll,
boy, you are
survivor
going
of
to
a
be in
catastrophic
for a
disaster
while with
brought
that
an
one.
underwater habitat. Far beneath the ocean, a secret has been unearthed which
But I
throws
need
their
to be
entire future
safe.
into jeopardy. You must fight your way to the heart of a sinister project and uncover a mystery both deeply personal and profound in its implications. The game is an immersive sim with Metroidvania level design. It's a spiritual successor to games like System Shock 2 and Prey 2017. What distinguishes Deepest Fear from similar titles is its unique focus on real-time fluid simulation. Water in Deepest Fear looks and behaves in physically accurate ways. It flows over surfaces and floods environments, it conducts electricity, it transfers heat,
Isu.
surging currents and
You
deadly
don't need
vortexes.
any
And it
pain
can be
right now.
manipulated
We're
by
already
creating
through
dams,
enough
breaking down
pain
compartments,
in this
using tools and
chat.
equipment unique to our sci-fi setting. And more than that, a deadly pathogen has infected the ocean itself, creating
They're gonna need a lot
dangerous,
more bullets to
powerful
take that
entities
thing down than what they're
spontaneously
shooting.
manifest from. Every puddle, leak, or water source is a potential spawn point for an entity to strike. Some of the greatest stories ever told in games have come from the horror genre. Our ambition is for Deepest Fear to sit alongside these great works. Success is not guaranteed, but we know our commitment to quality and creativity are second to none. We will accept nothing less than to make the best game possible with the resources we have available. So expect AAA quality weapon feel, expect creative, strategic enemy AI behaviors,
On a
expect
sinking
intuitive,
ship, huh?
customizable controls, and expect high, stable frame rates across a range of hardware specs. For now, Deepest Fear is coming exclusively to Steam. If you'd like to see the game on other platforms, please let those platform holders know. We want it too. As for Deepest Fear's development, we'll have more to share about the game in the coming months. Please, please wishlist the game on Steam if you like what you see. We want Deepest Fear to be the next great immersive sim, and your enthusiasm energizes our creativity. So please spread the word, tell your friends, talk about the game on social media. It really helps more than you can imagine. Enjoy the rest of the show. Bye.
Scary stuff indeed, my friends. If you're looking for a horror show underwater, then Deepest Fear may be the game for you.
It sounds chilling, Jules, which right now would be most welcome. I am getting crispy in the LA sun.
Yeah, tell me about it. Even though I've got Factor 1000 liberally applied all over my body, I am burning up. In fact, I'm going to need to take a breather for a bit, if that's okay.
That's absolutely fine. In fact, our next game is both an action-packed RPG and an idle game, which for those of you who don't know, is a game where you can literally play it half asleep with your hand on the mouse, clicking away.
Amazing stuff. Well,
Brilliant.
this is Berserk Bits.
You know, looking at this, it just reminds me of Mega Man NT of the Mega Man Battle Network games.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Yeah.
that too.
I miss Battle Network.
Yeah, everyone was thinking the same thing with that.
Also featuring Star Force to some extent.
Yep.
That looks like Geo right there.
And you can wish this Berserk Bits over on Steam right now and check out an updated demo ahead of its launch later this year. Now, prepare.
I tossed a poll out there if anybody wants to continue watching trailers or we can wrap up stream. If anybody's interested, please let your voice be heard now.
Hang on, I'm going.
What are we doing? Hanging out.
I'm going.
Mixtape is a
I don't actually have
college
to
action
pull up
adventure game about three friends on their last night together, and they listen to this perfectly curated
Here we go.
mixtape containing music from Devo and Joy Division and Lush and Smashing Pumpkins and a whole bunch of incredible music. And through gameplay, through music, you relive their finest hours.
I think your chat is basically saying they want to keep watching this.
The music is
Okay.
amazing. So is the gameplay. There's everything from skateboarding to pulling slushies. There's
You never
an
know. There
amazing
may be a
level where you
surprise
toilet
in
paper a
waiting.
house. And let me just say, I just want to say,
For some
There
reason,
won't
I
be.
second to none. The way you can
I think it's done. I think the copium should be out the window.
Mom, who is it? One moment. It's the pigs, darling.
I say one of the things I enjoyed most about making the game was collating the soundtrack.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. Blame it on me.
Of how to get that.
Everyone just scorned me for death.
But I remember we were trying to get one song,
Believe it,
and
you're
one
not.
of the people who owned the copyright was up a mountain, and we had to like send.
So somebody got hit with the clown shoe. Guy has to wear a clown nose.
That was definitely one of
Honk.
the most exciting things, just like tracking down these artists.
No, I just set it up in the world saying we weren't going to get Sky News
I
today.
think if you really love hangout movies like Dazed and Confused or Ferris Bueller's Day Off, or you're really into Wayne's World, I think that a lot of those references that you will get.
I mean, I don't think Falcon has enough money to actually promote in Summer Game Fest.
Some comparisons to what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's a weird mishmash of different things. I
Well,
maybe, like,
they would rather do
Remains
it
of Edith
themselves.
Finch is something
Yeah.
you could draw on.
Guess
I
it saves
keep
them money.
hearing this about how Falcom doesn't have money to do this, Falcom doesn't have money to do that. They have the money.
Yeah, they do.
Like
but they don't want to
if these
use it
little
because
indie
Category is-
developers that be a one-person studio have the money to like get a spot at these shows, Falcom certainly has the money to. They just choose not to.
Yeah.
Because Kato doesn't want to use money except for his house.
Go out and play it. Thanks very much.
Mixtape.
It sucks, but it's
There
the
have
truth.
been noise complaints.
Okay.
Bad advertising is like one thing. Just not doing it is another. It's really easy to advertise.
It's more like they economically just want to save money.
Yeah.
And that's how they've always been.
It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense as a company, you have to invest money into promoting your stuff to like get it to sell.
Yeah, but like Falcom Operation, the idea of just moderate budget and will rather actually not spend on more.
What are they spending their money on?
Kato's house.
Sorry, wait, which Kato? Because
Kato, you know the CEO.
the new CEO or
No, the old CEO of Falcom. You know Kato?
yeah, but
It's kind of a weird time because who knows what Falcom is going to do at the moment.
yeah,
I think
They
it's
even
also
meant-
I also think that they're just in the middle of doing, like, with the old CEO passing away. I think they kind of are just trying to like make the
But-
transition more easier for the
So
new CEO.
so JR even A24 has advertisement. They just don't advertise like a traditional movie. But they still like put stuff out. Right? Like they're
it could
still
be-
they still go to shows, right? They'll have screenings at different showcases. They just won't like they just don't like advertise like it's, you know, a big Hollywood production like Mission Impossible or Ballerina. Like they're not going to advertise like that. But like Falcom doesn't even fucking advertise. They don't even like show anything. We're less than 4 months away from this game launching. Sorry, hold on.
I mean,
July, August, September. We're almost 3 months away from this game launching. We're almost
I
3
think
months
it's
away from
mostly-
this game launching, and there's nothing out about this game at all.
Yeah, I mean, they probably really don't care. They are more like invest in like fan base during the game, not actually gathering the new people. Just
That's all fine and dandy
satisfying.
when it's like fucking Daybreak 2. right? When like we're already like you have to have played all these games to play this, like or we're at even worse, Reverie, right? That's fine when we're at Reverie, but like this is a remake of the first game in the series. They cannot like afford to just let it go.
I mean, I think it's fine because at the end of the day, this is a remake, and people who jump on the game on either Daybreak or Cold Steel are just gonna go into
Hell
that
is
game.
Us,
Not that it's being remade.
For me, it's just
I'm sorry, but I just disagree. I think that's just it's just not it's not good if they're not ruining. Like, look at this. Look, we've seen this game twice already. What is this game? We've seen it twice in the past 2 hours.
I mean, you can disagree, but they're still gonna make money because they make very modest games, even if they don't promote.
And yeah, I mean, you're by yourself.
I will say that Falcom, I have not seen a whole lot of Falcom in any of these showcases over the years.
Yeah.
So today I'll talk about dungeons.
I think in general, a lot of the I think just trying to promote a summer games show like this, given that we don't really see them a ton, almost feels like it goes against their ethos in terms of how they operate as a company.
Yeah, like they would rather promote on their Facebook or their X account or their website. You know what I mean? Like that's how I see Falcom. That's what I've seen from Falcom over the years, is that they would rather promote themselves, like on their terms, than use these game fests and shit.
Like a boss fight related, but there's always like
I mean, they are more like modest in their approach to stuff, advertising. And
Exactly.
This big.
That's why it's not surprising. It does not surprise me one bit.
They're not all of them as complex as some. Like
makes me fucking mad.
And yeah,
I want to see more about this game, and I can't see like literally. There's nothing. We got a 15-second fucking gameplay loop, and a key art. That's basically all we have at this point.
I know.
Like what the fuck? Show us more of the game.
That's all Telltale Games. Welcome to Falcom.
If they do show a story trailer, you're probably gonna wait until either July or
I'm gonna move my mic
August.
because I'm pissed off right now.
No. Again, we're gonna get a full trailer probably like 1 month before release, and that's gonna be
hence why I said July or August, because I'm just going through the general patterns of what Falcom does for the Japanese releases, and yeah.
We have the self-announced love letter to the Souls-like series and the merciless combat and esoteric storytelling that fans have learnt to love.
Like it sounds
like they reveal a little
what
bit.
you expect.
They reveal more a little bit at a time, like once a month, and they don't like really say much otherwise.
And fairly no is like Falcom has grown so much in the last few years thanks to like word of mouth. I don't think they need any other promotion stuff, because at the end of the end the fans are just gonna promote it by themselves to other people.
Yeah, granted, if it's anywhere, I think we've seen a lot more like smaller scale stuff today than
Which I think that's always how it is for these shows, because they don't really.
I'm not ready to completely write it off yet, but I'm also not sure it's actually going to happen.
Jones, which, if you've not seen, is basically like if Doom was mixed with pirates, and yes, I love everything about that.
We're Parasite, a studio of industry veterans behind the critically acclaimed Blacktail. And this is your first dive into the Locker, our new world. The surreal pirate
We're supposed to be getting
Davy
news
X.
like
Jones.
this week, from what I've
Welcome
heard.
to a fresh take on the legend,
This upcoming
where
week.
story fuels action and death is just the beginning. Betrayed,
I don't know where you heard
robbed,
that. I didn't hear
beheaded,
anything
pirate
about
Captain
that.
Davy Jones sinks to the Locker. Seafarer's afterlife. Now, it's time for revenge.
I
With your
think
body
it
and
was.
your talking skull fighting side by side. Two halves of a legend.
I haven't heard a single word about anything
In
Sky
Davy X
related.
Jones, you'll explore 9 islands floating in an infinite sea of clouds.
I think the
each with its
last
own
news
Okay,
we
this was
got-
from Hawksky yesterday. Falcom News is fresh. Trails in the Sky the first. There will be more information for Trails in the Sky first chapter next week as they will update the official website.
Gun and grappling hook as you fight
Okay,
your way
when
back to
did he
legend.
post that?
One
June 6th, so yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be next
Fast,
week then.
fluid, and
If Hansuke said
Davy
it, then
X
I
Jones
believe it.
brings classic pirate
Yeah,
fantasy
that's
to
why I
life.
was like, I do remember
With
hearing it
twist
from a
and edge.
very
It's
official
bold
source.
and powered by
Yeah,
dark
if it's
humor,
Hansuke, then
all
yeah,
wrapped in a world as
it's
strange
legit.
as stunning. Ready to jump in? You
Is
won't
there
have to wait
another
long.
game like
Play
Fest
Davy
thing
X
going on
Jones
next
demo
week
during
at all?
Steam Next Fest. Wish
Not
list
that I
it.
know of.
Spread the word.
Oh, they
Okay.
usually
Get ready
do
to become the
Famitsu
devil
reveals,
himself.
which is like a magazine in Japan.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he's talking about the Famitsu stuff.
That's right, Captain David and John.
I think if anything, we're getting more info through Famitsu.
You think we need
Yeah,
one
I think
more?
that's just how they like it. I assume it's.
We'll get one more.
I assume it's just how they operate because, like, it's kind of weird because I feel like I'm gonna compare RGG to. I know RGG is not like Falcom, but RGG's major source is through Japan. But now that they know that they have a Western audience, they're at like these summer games and everything. I think because Trails is still kind of that niche, that they don't do that yet.
It's just like
Even though we're doing worldwide releases and shit.
No signals.
It's not Falcom.
Yeah.
The thing is like it's very funny because if you actually check Sega and check Falcom, most of their games actually sell better in the West compared to like
Yeah, and Sega already knew
I
that.
think it's the same for Falcom games too.
It is the
I
same.
just said Falcom. Yeah, I said Falcom.
Yeah, they did say Falcom. But yeah, long story short, yeah, so Atlas also used to be the same, but Sega, after they found out that, hey, the West sells better, they kind of pushed Atlas into being like, you better go multi-platform, and you better go more, you know, global releases, and it's why when we started to get like SMT5 and Soul Hackers 2, like the original SMT5, not Revengeance, because those, I think those two were like global releases. That's when we started to see more global releases from Sega and Atlas since then. Falcom, I don't think they're quite there. I mean, they are there, but at the same time, not really. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a weird spot. They're in a bit of a weird spot right now. in my opinion.
I think they have been doing better. They have been doing better because like Sky Horizon has been it's a really short gap, and we are already caught up with games. So it's not like they are not trying. They have definitely been doing better, and obviously Nisa has been putting a lot of support on them. That's why they are able to release way better and way faster.
Yeah, and they have been closing the gap on unreleased Japanese games like the East versus Trails in the Sky. That was Japan only for a long time. So yeah, so they've been closing the gap on those two, and I think that's what they've been trying to do. They got their hands full this year, to be honest.
Honestly, if you think about it, like with the release of Kai and Sky First, we are basically capped out in modern games. All that's left is like probably the old games, but I don't think anyone wanna touch those ones.
I think one of the old games is East 5, but I don't think they're gonna do anything with East 5. And the other old game, like I said, East versus Trails in the Sky, that's coming out in the summer, so that's one of the old games that they're catching up on at least.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we'll ever see stuff like Gygav, or another try at Gygav at least.
Yeah.
Play it. It's coming out soon. It's gonna be really fun. So good. The writing is incredible.
Yeah, like it. I do wonder if like
That's a fantastic
Some of it
red
is
shirt
they
you got.
they
Glad
what
it
the
doesn't
heck
cover
is
your
this game?
sweet
Oh
ass.
no.
Date everything.
Oh, this is the date everything game. This is. Hey, do you want to date everything? Yes, I do.
Hey, you know you like dating.
Your
too.
lamp.
Very strange game. And what you just saw was
Hey, how are you?
only a
And your
humble
car.
snippet of a much bigger interview coming to the FGS YouTube channel soon.
You want to
with the lovely
date
Matthew Mercer and
date your
Laura
tree?
Bailey, so
Here you
subscribe
go.
for that.
And your
you
video
too
game.
can date everything when it drops on June the 17th for
Oh, wait.
Series X and PS5.
Easy knows you too well.
Now, sticking with the theme of looking at home,
Calling you out, you know.
brains, I think, has
No, easy. Trust me, I look up, not down. I looked up, not down. Come on. Maybe.
For sure she can be that thirsty, right, Isu?
Hey, I've been behaving, okay? Okay.
That's a funny way to behave.
Hey, you guys haven't had to balk me. You guys haven't had to balk me in a while, so take that with what you will.
This is the Thomas the Tank Engine remake.
Thomas the Tank Engine remake.
I mean, I struggled to change a bloody light bulb in my house, so I got no chance with that game. However, you too can feel illuminated mentally when House of Testa drops on Xbox Series X and S, PS5
Isu,
and
I
PC
looked up.
later this
Don't
year.
worry, I
Jules,
looked
think
up.
fast. What's next? I just told you my brain no work good. Top
Damn it.
poker. Oh, I wish. It's the world premiere. Oh, that was like my fifth guess. Enjoy.
Imagine endless ads.
Hope. That's my name. My home is in the city of Shenyang. It's beautiful.
Okay.
And
I'm
I've
doing
always
myself right
felt
now.
safe here. But that's all about to change.
Oh
I
gosh,
live with
there
my
we go.
parents in a small apartment downtown. Or I did. I'm home. Mom? Dad? Anyone here?
Okay, your parents are murdered. Or kidnapped. Or
I need
both.
to find my parents. But how can I if I don't even know why?
I was gonna say
they
it's probably
here?
both.
People here are scared and don't want to get involved. But at least some are willing to talk. I don't know where this is leading me, but every clue reveals more of the city's darkest secrets. No matter what, I have to find my parents. And as long as I'm searching, I still have hope.
That looks actually kind of interesting.
I mean, they mentioned that they've got Gamescom this August.
And that was the world premiere cinematic
The good news
trailer
with
for
Sky
Hope
the
in the City.
First is
The
we
Unicorn
know it's at
Mystery
least
coming
gonna have to
soon
come out
to
this
PC.
year.
If you like
So-
what you saw, wish this now on Steam.
Yeah.
In this game, we're traveling
Yeah.
back in time to medieval
Medieval times crowns on their heads are just so distracting. Not gonna lie.
No.
A hard day's night.
Why are they like this?
All night long.
Are you done?
Never.
Roll the clip.
Matt and Laura were better hosts, in my opinion.
Since we've got all the time in the world, let me tell you a story.
But yeah, like I said, with the
And his
whole
knights of the Round Table.
the whole thing with like how some companies have gotten to like just actually by finally realizing that limiting themselves to like whether it's like regional releases or single platform releases
They courageously
aren't
confronted
it's not always the
the
best
treacherous
idea.
and deceitful.
I mean look at like let's say like some remasters like Final Fantasy Tactics. If this was the old Square Enix, you know where it would have gone on? The Switch and console, and then they're like, what's a PC version? And then the old Square Enix would have been like, it'll come out later on PC. When We don't know when.
Dragons and giants were part
Yeah,
of
it's really funny because like Square Enix has so many screw ups that they are like, yeah, we need to like actually think this better.
Well, they went multi-platform because again, Final Fantasy 16 and 7 Rebirth, their sales didn't live up to their expectations.
That's what they did for actually getting exclusive.
Yeah, because they were both PS5 only.
It is wise to turn to legends for.
Well, I think what that is more of a sign of is just how much. I think a lot of gaming has shifted away from console exclusive. It's really shifted more towards multi-platform release.
Yeah.
And even then, you can even go down further to people basically thinking on, okay, why would I want to spend insert $500 or whatever the price tag for a new console is when I can put in what?
Well met, my liege. Up next we have.
Would you say like about like what?
Even platform holders have started releasing multi-platform.
Yeah, obviously exclusive exclusive stuff won't ever shift away, but yeah.
Will be dead unless it's an absolutely giant expectation of release.
Yeah.
And we are so happy that it's coming.
But there's
even
still
then,
sorry.
Helldivers 2, for instance, that's a Sony game that's on PC as well.
Fantasy adventures.
Well, seen in many video games. I'm gonna say this: that Helldivers 2 situation last year was just painful. Is all I'll say.
Yeah.
With the PC version.
Yeah.
The incident.
Yeah, the incident.
Make new NL players come back and enjoy a lot, like the world and the game that we made for them.
And
yeah, I hope we made it.
Other than that, it's and then of course there are still some that won't ever like develop things for PC because yeah, like Vanillaware for example, they don't have anything on PC. It's purely consoles.
Yeah, but that is for a very specific reason because they don't want people modding their games, which is kind of the reason why the Judgment games were not on PC for the longest time, because they did not want people modding it due to
it was the lead's
yes
agency didn't want it on PC. I mean, he wanted it on PC.
Okay, so Takara Kimura wanted it on PC.
I can't wait for you to try it. Tell me, little merchant, how much can you take?
Ah, Moonlighter. First one was okay.
Oh man, that looks absolutely fantastic. It looks so good, doesn't it? They've added loads of new mechanics. Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault is coming to PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series this summer.
Fantastic stuff. Now, Amy, how do you fancy revealing another release date for another game?
Oh, go on then.
Okay, well here's the official release date trailer for upcoming quirky action rhythm puzzle platformer, Antro.
This time the Peggy was 16.
I am the guilt of the consequence of everything that was destroyed. I gave myself to work. Work frees us from false guilt. I surrender to El Salva. El Salva watches over us. I surrender to La Cúpula. La Cúpula provides. Only then will we see the sun. Only then will we see the sun. Only then will we see the sun.
Well, this better be the most important package of all time if you're going to be a delivery person and you're getting yourself chased down and fighting robots.
It might be my pizza.
You heard it here first, guys. Antro is coming to PS5, Xbox Series, and PC on the 27th of June. If you're keen, wishlist it now and have a bash at the free demo.
Now, Amy, I've got a question for you. How do you feel about clowns?
Absolutely not.
That is a shame because we're actually going to be talking about Terraform.
That looks like it's actually coming up to the end, and yeah, Opium is dead.
Yeah. At this point.
There's a mystery box approaching.
Yeah.
I'm terrified too. I want to open the
Yeah.
box.
I don't think we're gonna be getting anything out of this.
I think we're gonna next week.
Pretty much.
If what Honk guys said was right, we're not getting anything.
Yeah.
Wow,
well.
So this is the makeup I've been wearing the whole time.
It is what it is.
Like, the people who are like insane clown posse fans running around.
Well, guys, I will have everyone just scream at me and be like, you caused this.
Yeah, you know what the hell.
It's certain that you're getting punched on the head. That's not the most.
In all honesty, deep down inside, I wanted it to show up here, but being realistic, I had a fucking feeling we were going to be disappointed. Deep down, I wanted it to show up. Don't get me wrong, but I just,
now, I reckon I can sell you, Jules, on our next game in 6 words.
Absolutely impossible, but go on.
Bears and giraffes in mech.
I mean, tomorrow we get the Xbox showcase, which, I mean, we already know one thing that's going to be in that.
Listen up, rookie! You think you've got what it
I'll
takes
that
to
one
survive?
Sky in there.
Yeah, I doubt it.
PC Gaming Show might have it. Might have it.
Hey, this actually looks somewhat entertaining.
Might.
That actually does look somewhat fun.
Chicken.
I mean, a chicken sitting there driving a robot and blasting things with flamethrowers. That sounds amusing.
It really, really is, and I do not apologize.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, more like Kentucky Fried Frog.
If you liked it, make some noise.
Sorry.
But also, go to their Kickstarter and wishlist it on Steam. It really helps the devs out.
It really does indeed. Now, the next game that we're going to be talking about is a bit of you, my friend, because it is a time-traveling murder mystery, and it is deliciously weird.
You really know me.
I do indeed, and it's also a world premiere. Enjoy.
Okay. Yeah, we're done, I think.
Yeah, we're not getting any news out of this.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, easy. I agree with that. Like, we would love it, but it just wouldn't happen. So.
Once again, Falcom
Pulls a Falcom.
insists on being Falcom.
I don't even think it matters what publisher they use to publish it in the West in this case, because of how they always insist on just drip feed, on essentially just drip marketing.
So, the big issue, Patran, I feel like, is they're promoting Horizon, they're not promoting Sky the First. That's the biggest issue, I feel like. Sky the First is getting breadcrumbs.
Which is a really dumb idea, actually.
The thing is, I think Nisa does have a little more freedom in that regard. Not that much more, but a little more, because, again, Kai was already released in Japan. Whereas I think with simultaneous release, they kinda... Yeah, kinda...
I was gonna say, with how Kai was released in Japan already, Nisa has been given a little bit more freedom to build that up, whereas this one, with how it's coming out simultaneously, Falcom's probably the one calling the shots in terms of what gets released and when.
Listen when no one is speaking.
only thing he ever feared was me, following in his footsteps. But when it's all said and done, he'll be glad I did. No, 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 no! Right.
The big question is, at what point does Falcom realize, hey, if we want to take another step and help the series develop even further in terms of its popularity, what's the best way to do that? And the best way to do that is to really be willing to advertise and do that.
Competent.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen with Falcom.
I don't either, but hey, you never know.
That was the latest trailer for Dimhaven The Lost Source, a narrative-driven puzzle adventure game. And Amy, what the hell are you doing, mate? What are you doing?
Well, our Uber driver's cancelled again.
Right.
We've got to get back to the hotel somehow, so I'm calling...
That's probably hoping against hope on that one.
Well, luckily we are talking about Dune Awakening, which this seems very reminiscent of, because we went to go speak to developers about their MMORPG game, and they had things to tell us. Big, small, and worm-like. My Uber was like working a couple of minutes ago. We don't need to do this, surely.
We're fine, he said 3 minutes.
This is your path to awakening.
Hello, my name is Joel Bylos and I'm the creative director in Funcom Oslo, and we're working on Dune Awakening. Dune Awakening is a survival game on a massive scale. It's first and foremost a great Dune game, and then we layer in the survival elements that make a lot of sense because Arrakis is the most dangerous planet in the universe.
Dune?
Sandstorms, sandworms,
Dune Awakening.
Hostile scavengers on the planet, avoiding Sardaukar dropships, and playing through the game as you level up and try to uncover this.
I wonder if we'll get Fabling news tomorrow at the Xbox Showcase.
I like to refer back to the actual writing of Frank Herbert, because there's a scene in the book where Paul is in an ornithopter and they ask Liet Kynes, what would you do if you were trapped in the desert? And he says very simple, check the integrity of my still suit, stick to rocky ground to avoid the sandworms, and if you're very careful and stay out of the storms, you can make your way out of the desert. And that's kind of how I would expect people to start our game. Get equipped, check the integrity of your gear and make sure that you're getting water, stick to rocky ground, and slowly make your way to civilization. The first thing you need to know about Dune Awakening's story is it takes place in an alternate timeline. In this universe, Jessica Atreides gave birth to a daughter instead of a son, so Paul Atreides does not exist. And the game kind of explores the consequences of that decision. And so you as a player, you start out as a prisoner on a prison transport bound for a place called Neo-Carthag, and your prison ship gets shot down, and you land in this, in this shipwreck. You get rescued from the shipwreck by a mysterious stranger, and that's kind of where your journey begins in the game. And then as you explore the story, you basically go out with this task: find the Fremen, and you're trying to figure out what has happened to the native people of Arrakis, where they've gone, and why. We aren't going into too much detail about post-launch, but there's one thing I've promised the fans that I can tell them is going to come down the road, and that is riding sandworms.
Worms are here.
Dune Awakening is out now for those who pre-ordered on Steam, on PC. It is coming on June 10th for people who purchase through Steam on PC, and it will be coming to consoles at a later date.
Amazing stuff. Now, unfortunately, we are at the tail end of our show, but we're going to leave you with one final thing that is absolutely beefy, my friends. Get hyped.
Thank you so much for joining us for FGS Live from LA.
I don't think any of us are hyped.
Thank you for indulging our silly and possibly very sunburnt antics.
Yeah. Definitely, but you can get yourself hyped for
Yeah, I can't say that I find myself very interested in that, not gonna lie.
In August, and in between those 2 points, you can go over to the FGS Steam page and wishlist all the games that were featured in this showcase and the one with Matt and Laura.
Speaking of the Steam page, you'll also find a fair few demos over there from many of the games you saw tonight, including the one you're about to see.
So all that's left to say is goodbye, and thank you very much for having us.
Masz. Wstrętna, wijąca się...
Oh shit, I know Resident Evil.
Gdzie ja jestem, do cholery?
No jak to gdzie? W jeziornych kolonii. No nie wygłupiaj się.
So this shield
Interesting. Found alcohol. What is this, Feb Simulator?
Go
The change in view kind of looks disorienting, I'll be honest.
I think it's a cool detail. I think there was a game long ago that did this kind of
yeah, like
change of view.
I don't think it's a terrible idea. It's just I find it a bit disorienting.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get used once you play more the game, but like yeah, I understand what you mean because of, like the movement between the camera, right?
Daj kobiecie trochę prywatności.
Cholera jasna, proszę pani!
Przemyśl to. Może będziesz tego żałował.
Oh boy, that's it.
Thanks for watching.
Oh boy.
Alright, looks like that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some cool indies that I actually did.
There was some interesting stuff, but
yeah, not what all of us are looking forward to.
Yeah,
yeah,
it makes sense.
That duck game, though.
Bonk.
Bonk, bonk.
Bonk, bonk.
Bonk indeed. Again, the foul lies with you, Yuna.
Yeah, I know. I'm Ishmael.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, knowing how much I feel about her and her Kanto when I first played it.
You're also Yuna from that waifu tactical.
yeah, woman hater.
Truly manifesting the hating aura of Ishmael.
Yeah.
What is this rage I'm feeling about doing 5.3 without you, E?
Oh no.
Because I'm thinking, I could do fine.
Yuna on her Joker arc.
Good luck with the trial without someone who knows what they're doing.
Is Yuna about to have her Joker arc?
Kinda, yeah.
We really need to do.
Sorry for hijacking.
I really need to continue Final Fantasy 14 at some point. I know, and Pat Fan, honestly, I've been at my Joker arc since like the start of the year. At this point.
Yeah, basically since you did Kato 5 and decided you hate women.